water's high, the tide is rising. I get down, but you're there to guide me. When I'm lost, you're there to find me. When I forget who I am, you remind me.
Hello, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to another podcast episode of Phoenix Rising, a Jayme Minor experience. Today, I have a very special guest, one of my best friends, and basically my second sister, Tara Grant. How you doing, Tara?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Thanks for coming on my show.
You're welcome.
Pretty cool that I have a show, eh?
I know. You're moving up in the world.
Well, I find if you just make your own shows, you can make yourself famous easier.
Spare.
Instant star.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am... What can I tell you about myself? I'm not very exciting. I am, like you said, we're good friends. I'm an educational assistant. I work with students who have learning disabilities, emotional and behavioral problems, that kind of stuff. I sing.
Very good singer.
From time to time, I've been known to sing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a mom?
And a mom. Yeah, mama too.
Nice.
Yeah.
How long have we been friends? Can you figure that out?
Over 20 years. When did you start working at the FAM?
I think I was 16, 17 years old.
That would be right around 2000, right?
Yeah, so about 20 years.
20, 23.
Known each other a long time.
Yeah.
Been through a lot together.
Yep.
Well, I'm really happy that you're on the show today. Today, we are going to be talking about a song that I made, Captain of My Ship. I'm going to explain why I wrote this song and what it means to me. So, when I went to Rehab, which you remember me going to.
I do.
And our very first step of this program was called Captain of My Ship, which is very different than a lot of other recovery centers. Usually they follow the 12 steps or they have more spiritual stuff. And what was really interesting about this one is the lady who ran the recovery center said, okay, Jayme, I need you to pick someone in your life that's very important to you that you've lost. And as you can imagine, when I was sitting there
First
in
person
rehab,
in your brain.
Your brother.
Yep.
And I go, oh shit.
Yep.
I'm going to have to do this. So for the viewers that are tuning in, Ryan is Tara's brother and one of my best friends who tragically passed away. Is it 7?
It'll be 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
This June.
8 years ago this June. And it was very heartbreaking for both of us. For me, it was one of the main reasons I slipped into my alcoholism and addiction to drugs. So Captain of My Ship. Step 1, you pick one person that you've lost. And you have to make a poster about this person, like you're in kindergarten. And we will show a picture of this poster. And what I did is I put down all the amazing qualities of Ryan. And it was really interesting because when I started doing it, the first thing I did is I wanted to cry. I didn't want to do it, but I had nowhere to run this time. I couldn't run to alcohol.
Nope. I
couldn't scream and hide. So I started writing down all these things and I was just like, man, what a great guy. You know, all these, gentle and kind, quiet and honest. He was humble. He was funny. And one of my favorite things that I wrote down was he was there for you, even though he didn't say a lot.
Yeah.
You know, if you were going through something or needed something, he could just be there with you. But he didn't necessarily say a lot, but it was so impactful how he did that. So once I made this poster, I had to present the poster to my group at Rehab.
Like you were in elementary school.
Yeah, basically like, hello. And I listed all these things about him. And then the lady who ran it said, Jayme, sounds like Ryan has a lot of amazing qualities. And it sounds like you could use some of these qualities in your life because you've been steering the ship and you haven't done a very good job. You're in rehab, bro.
And then you're like, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. So she said, what we're going to do is you're going to step outside the door and you're going to kick out the old Jayme. And I kicked out Jayme. I walked back in and she said, okay, the old Jayme's gone and here's the new Jayme. Now the new Jayme's very fresh. He's new and he's scared. Sounds like he could use someone to guide your ship. someone needs to be your captain. And she said, that is Ryan. I literally have goosebumps on my arms.
I know. You're just like, ugh.
So what that did was it made me picture him in my mind in a beautiful way of here is this amazing guy, all his qualities and his voice in my head helping me. So it was like this realization of my grief and my fear, my terror, and my sadness and my anger transitioned to now when I think of Ryan, I think of this guiding being, like very spiritual within me and his voice. Yeah. So, bro, I'm in rehab. I'm scared. Oh, suck it up, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't be a pussy. Come on.
Exactly. Or even when he would have that awkward silence, didn't know what to say to you. Yep. I could still picture him there. So all of a sudden, I've found a new way to cope, to understand my grief while keeping this positive image of this amazing man that I love so fucking much.
Does he still give you strikes?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He does everything. Everything that you can remember, it's still in there. And it brings this smile. And he is one of the biggest reasons that I've stayed sober.
That's awesome.
That image in my mind. So what do I do when I get out of rehab? I start making music. And well, I've got to write a song, Captain of My Ship. Now, when I wrote this song, I wrote it so fast. Yeah. It was one of the fastest songs I've ever written. It just spewed out of me.
Was it fast because you wanted to get it done, or was it just fast because it was all there? Moment. It was there.
No, and I didn't just want to get it done. Yeah. I was enjoying it because I was, one of my big ones was I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to show your mom. I can't wait to show your dad, Evan and Eden, and show everybody. And it was there. And then the next part of it, it was the most challenging song I've ever had to sing. But because of what it was for, I did it. I probably sang at the level that I couldn't have at that point, but because it was for Ryan, it happened. So here we are. We've got the song, we've got the step, and I would definitely recommend viewers, if this is something you're interested in, this is a step you can do. Anybody who loses something, whether it's a person, a pet, a job, a girlfriend, anything that goes to grief, you can use this process as a step to help you cope. So right now we're going to play the song and then we're going to chat about it a little bit. I'm just going to fire up this Bluetooth speaker here. And we'll get the song going. Captain of My Ship by Jayme Minor, soon to be released everywhere.
You're really gone. Sit and ask myself, where did everything go wrong? Sometimes it's like a battle, just staying strong. Yeah, but it's one day at a time, that's how I carry on. Feel like I'm lost at sea. Tell me, how could this be? Wish you were here with me, but you live on a memory. For that I'm always glad. It's easy to be mad when suddenly you lose the best friend that you ever had. Wasn't part of the plan. Water's high, the tide is rising. I get down, but you're there to guide me. When I'm lost, you're there to find me. When I forget who I am, you remind me. You're the captain of my ship, keeping me on course when the storm hits. You give me strength and I won't quit. When I'm about to slip, you're the captain of my ship. I begin to comprehend and I learn how to grieve. My pain is on the mend now, I'm starting to believe you're present in my mind, feel you there by my side. Give me the strength I need, knowing it's okay to cry. Talking to you every day for advice. On my knees I pray you're in paradise. See you within myself, all the ways I've changed. Reconnecting with myself, my life's been rearranged. When I get these urges, unstable temptation, I hear your voice, it guides me with rehabilitation. Can't begin to imagine life for your family. I hope this song can help. Just take my hand and see that when the water's high, the tide is rising. I get down, but you're there to guide me. When I'm lost, you're there to find me. When I forget who I am, you remind me. You're the captain of my ship, keeping me on course when the storm hits. You give me strength and I won't quit when I'm about to slip. Oh, you're the captain of my ship.
Just gonna have a little moment here. Excuse me.
I know what I just realized? That's the first time I think I've played that song in front of you.
Yeah,
I've only ever sent
you
it to
sent
you.
it to me, and I was actually looking for it. When you asked me to come do this, I was like, okay, I've got to prepare myself. Ha ha ha. Can't find the damn song.
Well, then that's good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how does that make you feel?
Honestly, I think it's one of my favorite songs that you've done
Yeah.
because like it's so like it takes you on your little emotional journey for
Mhm.
sure. I didn't know the story behind the title of it.
Okay.
So I mean like, oh, okay. And then
Okay.
I started laughing when I heard I hear your voice and I'm like saying things like, stop being an idiot. Knock it off. That kind of made me laugh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hear his voice too.
Oh my God, all
Right?
the time. Do you
Yeah.
ever have dreams about him?
Oh, you do?
Do you?
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
What are your dreams like?
Usually, like, they're always really funny because there've been a couple where I see him walk by. Like there was one we were in the dollar store,
Okay.
as one is. And I see like something go by. I'm like, what was that? And I start chasing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I keep just missing him. And then all of a sudden he's there.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, you're supposed to be dead. And in one of them, he was like, oh no, it was just a mistake. Like they thought that I was gone, but I wasn't.
Oh my God.
Another one, he's like, oh no, it was just a joke. And I'm like, what? And of course I start yelling at him. And
Oh my
like, I never,
God.
it's annoying because I never have those moments where I'm like, I miss you and blah, blah, like those heartfelt, I'm always yelling at him,
Okay.
which is, I mean, that was kind of par for the course.
That's you.
Yeah. I'm
Like, it is.
What are you doing?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
do you feel like when you wake up when you have a dream about your brother?
Usually I'm kind of laughing because I'm like, that was
Okay.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Like in one of them, my mom was, he was trying to be president of a union, and my mom was his campaign manager.
Oh my God.
I have weird dreams, man.
Very- Very
So
weird
usually
ones.
I laugh.
When you
but-
seem to like humor and laughter
Mhm.
seems to be a way that you've handled it. Like I noticed that like when I remember when he died,
Yeah.
and I remember when I came to your house and I was just completely messed up.
Oh, we were
And-
all
and-
just.
But I remember you had this kind of smile of like not, I'm very unsure of
Mhm.
how to do with it. And I guess what I'd like to hear and for you to share is like, what are some things that you did to cope with this loss
Mhm.
and get yourself through it?
I think the biggest thing was I had my kids
Yeah.
and I had to focus. Like I had that almost a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I can focus on my kids and making sure they get help that they need if they need it. Like we did
Okay.
go see a grief counselor.
Okay.
Like that was one of the first things I was like, we got to get on this. We got to get
you
in
went,
front of
so
this.
you were right away. It's like, let's
Yeah.
go to counseling and let's get
Yeah.
in front and work on it, which
Yeah.
is
And
huge.
we didn't do it a lot.
Okay.
Like we only did a few sessions.
But you did
And-
it.
Yeah, but we did it. And
That's
like even
awesome.
when we went, the counselor there, he was like, you know, you're doing the right things.
Okay.
Like you're trying to put things you're having happy memories. What did Unky do that makes you happy?
Okay.
But again, my focus was always on the kids.
Right. But
So-
so we look at that. We have the counselor saying happy memories, very similar what I was doing
Mm-hmm.
in rehab. And do you feel that, you know, you went to help your kids? Do you think you did enough for yourself?
That's a good question. I think I would. I mean, I had Jayme to take care of me too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And
I was
it's
very fortunate.
It's good for a mom to share that though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel that moms could easily,
Just lose themselves in the
yeah, and with
Yeah.
the kids and everybody else, and then, you know, what about you?
mm-hmm.
And, you know, one of the big things I learned was me first
Yeah.
and then everybody else, but I'm not a mom.
Yeah.
And I imagine that it would be very hard for you to say, well, I got to make sure Tara's okay and then them,
Mm-hmm.
which is a big thing that
I
was
think though
taught.
the focus on them, because I was doing these things for them,
Yeah.
I was also kind of doing them for myself as well.
Yes.
You know, you're
Therapeutic in both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to, I don't want to say, we're accepting the fact that we're sad.
Yeah.
Like right away, I was like, it's okay to be sad.
Yes.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah.
It's okay to miss him.
It's very okay to miss him. Well, now you're doing it.
Yeah.
Do you cry a lot, like recently, like about him, like in the last
I have
7-8 years?
moments.
Yeah.
I
Are
have
you by
moments where
yourself or with other
usually,
people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've very rarely seen you cry about him myself.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't cry much anymore.
No.
No. And I like the only time sometimes I'll cry, it's actually tears of joy. And not joy that he's gone, but joy that I've done so much with what happened with him.
Yeah.
And that,
Well, and I think he'd be so happy about that too. He'd be so proud.
well, he loved my music.
Yeah.
He loved the stupid songs about hoes and vaginas.
Yep.
The stupid crap.
A whale's vagina.
Exactly. And if he could see it now, I know he would be like, damn, bro.
I begin to comprehend and I learned how to grieve. My pain is on the mend, now I'm starting to believe. You're present in my mind, feel you there by my side. Give me the strength I need, knowing it's okay to cry. Talking to
You know, another thing I wanted to talk to you about was, what was it like being on your side of the table when you saw me fall the fuck apart?
It was hard.
Yeah.
I knew that it didn't really matter what I did. If I was like, dude, you gotta get help, dude, you gotta get help.
Yeah.
If you weren't ready to do it, you weren't gonna do it.
Yeah.
And even if you did do it, because the last time you went, that wasn't the first time you tried to get help, was it?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I was like a solid almost 2 years of trying everything I
Yeah.
could. Yeah.
And I knew if it wasn't exactly what you
Wanted
to do,
Yeah.
it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's one of those hard things you gotta sometimes.
Were you scared?
Let go a little bit.
Were you worried like
I was definitely worried.
here-
You know what? Even before Ryan died, I was worried about you
okay.
because you had a couple moments
Mhm.
where you were going too far.
Way too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one time, I think it was New Year's Eve,
Yes.
and Ryan ended up calling my dad.
I remember, well, I kind of remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, because they couldn't get you.
No.
Get you up.
Well, I was creating these habits
Hmm.
and always needing more, not thinking I was enough.
Yeah.
And then you're doing these things. And a lot of times when you're younger and you're partying and you're having fun, you don't realize you are creating a potentially super dangerous habit.
Yeah.
And then when Ryan died,
Yep.
where
when Ryan died,
where was I going to go?
the first thing I thought of, oh my God, what's Jayme going to do?
What's he going to do?
Yeah.
Everybody was.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
For sure.
And I remember a big thing I learned with my counseling about it when I was in rehab was the funeral.
Mm.
The funeral did nothing for me.
Really?
No, because I had to do the speech. I had to do the eulogy.
You did that eulogy.
And I had to put everybody else in front of me. I'm not saying I had to.
Yeah, but
Jayme
that's what you
thought he had to.
Yeah.
And I remember doing the speech, everybody coming up to me and like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you did such a good job. But that took a piece of my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And it buried everything way, way, way deeper.
Yeah.
I also remember how hard it was for me to hang out with you guys for the first little while.
I believe that.
It was very hard. I couldn't do it sober, not even close.
Mm-mm.
You know, you'll probably remember certain times where you hang out. I probably smelled like alcohol in the middle of the day, or you know, I thought no one would notice, but I'm sure everybody did. But until I went to recovery and understood everything,
Mm-hmm.
even then, the first time I hung out with you and your family, I think I came out to your cabin.
To the cabin.
I was really nervous,
Yep.
but then
After you had done recovery and you came out there,
yeah.
the first time you came out, we were nervous.
I know.
Because we're like, oh my God, let's hide the alcohol.
Yeah.
Nobody even think the word alcohol or anything.
Yeah.
But,
Protect, right?
Yeah, protect.
And that's huge though. You know, when you have real friends and real family that understand, and especially like we all drank together a lot.
Yeah.
And we partied a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know, and you have to go through those nervous moments together.
Yeah.
And I find it really interesting that I'm saying some things that I maybe have wanted to say to you and ask, and I never have yet. And now I have the moment to ask. And it's really neat to hear that you were nervous. I was nervous. But after the weekend was over, actually, I'm going to say this. I was comfortable with you almost all the time.
Yeah? Oh, I'm
Before sobriety and after sobriety, because you treated me the same.
Oh, good.
You did. And I remember that. James, little awkward.
Yeah.
And then there are a few times where he was saying things and they were good, but he was like, it took him a while to finally say, he's like, I can't believe you're the same guy.
You're the same, yeah.
He's like, it's really, you're just better. You're a better person.
You're still a spaz.
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And it makes me feel really good that I can be there for your family and you guys can be there for me.
Yep.
Because I feel it's like him and I were so the same in what we did that I know that when I'm with your family, it feels a little bit like he's there.
Yeah.
You know, the way we interact like I am, you know, your brother and the kid's uncle. And we do that.
Uncle Jayme.
Right. And I feel it with Evan. I feel it with Eden, your mom and dad. And I'm just so glad that I was able to give that a chance, get through my uncomfortableness and be able to do that because it's nice for everybody.
Yeah.
So with this song and with this step that I taught you, do you think this is something that people who have lost someone in their life that it could help them?
I think so. Like, again, it's like it's putting that person in that positive light. You're pulling all of the good things.
Yes.
And you're letting that help guide you.
Yeah.
And I think that's an amazing way to honor a person.
It's a beautiful way of doing it.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool and it's a lot of fun. And I've definitely the feedback I've gotten on the song with a lot of people are saying, yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And even people who don't know Ryan or don't know the story are like, there's something about that.
Yeah.
And
for those of you who don't know, this is what he looked like.
Yes. So Ryan's nickname was He-Man because he was 6 foot
6'2", 250 pounds of just
long blonde hair.
Yeah, curly blonde hair.
So his nickname was He-Man.
Yep.
And I've got the tattoo of He-Man on my back and and we do a lot of He-Man stuff, which is another cool form of therapy in a way of that image. And you know, he's right there. He's kind of cool, right?
Stop staring at me, dude.
Yeah, buddy, you're hogging the
Being
camera.
Awkward. God.
And I know you're there, still feel you in my heart. And you're like a love that brings me back to shore. Think about my wedding day. this wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, so like I think, I'm excited to share the song with more people, get it out there. And I had this kind of idea with it where I was going to kind of share the story like I shared, talk about the step, talk about the story, and with a crowd of people, like say at Oktoberfest this year,
Yep.
I will say, hey, if you've lost someone, and you have a picture of them on your phone, hold it up or think
Aw.
about them,
Yeah.
and have everybody in the group all at once collectively bringing this fond memory of this person that was lost together.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's nice.
when you do things together with other people and see that other people are going through it, it doesn't make you feel as lost.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that is the goal with the music and the Sober Music Festival, right?
Yeah.
And I want people to know that grief fucking sucks,
It's not fun.
and there's no time limit on it,
Nope.
and there's no right or wrong way. You have to find your own path. Right? You found your own path of doing it.
Yep.
I found my own path of doing it. And, everybody's done their own little thing to do it. And I personally feel like when I see your family now, like everybody seems really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure there's moments where there's lots of memories and things that come up, but
Oh, for sure.
you guys
did
it together.
June 28th, December 21st. Those
Yes.
are probably the hardest days of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, you power through. I actually find it's the day before that's the hardest for me.
Okay.
The leading up to it.
I actually find them different.
Yeah.
Some years it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Other years it's I didn't really want to think about this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to dive into that. But that's kind of the way it goes. Have any of your like mom, dad, kids, husband, what did they think of the song?
They liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't had in-depth conversations, but
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that James he's pretty proud of the work that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool.
Yeah. It is amazing what a human can do.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can go through something that difficult and come out very different and achieve things that you didn't think you could.
Yeah.
Because I was actually very nervous about my music before.
Mm-hmm.
Why I created songs that had no meaning, because I was scared to share my real feelings.
Oh, for sure.
And
you don't want to be vulnerable.
Exactly.
And
where
that's hard.
it's so hard. As a singer.
Yeah.
Right? Like when
Well, and I don't sing my own stuff. Like,
yeah.
So I don't have that worry.
No.
It's not the same vulnerability as writing your own stuff and being like, these are my feelings.
Exactly. And
I'm letting them out here. Please don't judge them too much.
it is scary, but I've gotten to a point of the more vulnerable I am, the better the music is.
Oh, for sure.
And the better the relationships I have with people.
Mm-hmm.
From anything from mom, dad, sister, girlfriend, friends, or even my career. Like when I'm selling people windows, like they buy from me because they're like, this dude is not going to lie to me.
Yeah.
When I came back, I told them, I'm like, I went to rehab. This is what I did.
Yeah.
And they were just all so supportive and so happy. And, they just said, look, like this this is the full package Jayme now.
Mm-hmm.
Before we had this over the top one, and now we have this, guy that's in the middle and doing his thing and spreading the word as best as he can.
Yeah. But he's real now.
Very real.
He's not hiding behind things.
It's exhausting being fake.
Yeah. I believe that.
Like I can see it now in other people.
Yeah.
Or I can still catch myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have those little internal battles and different
Where
things.
you feel like you have to be on.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. But I'm pretty good at just realizing, no, it's not worth it to me anymore. No. I've had lots of dreams about Ryan too.
Yeah.
And I've had some like Man, I've had ones that make you believe in God straight up.
Yeah.
Like him like coming down, hugging me, saying hi,
That's so nice.
and being like, don't worry, like I'm still here. Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Let's just hang out for a bit. Like so real. Like
and here I am just yelling at him.
I've had absolutely ridiculous ones that I can't say on camera either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, me and him used to do some pretty stupid
I know
shit.
you guys did some dumb shit.
Yeah, not the smartest moves, but we were quite the dynamic duo.
You were.
Like I can't like I try to think like what could you compare him and I to like in like the celebrity world of these two people. It was just so unique.
Yeah. I mean, you guys balanced each other out so much.
Yeah.
Like he was so chill.
Yeah.
And then there was you, and you were just bouncing off the freaking walls.
Yeah.
And he protected you.
Oh my God.
Like how many times did he keep you out of fight? Because he would just walk in and be like, no, and he wouldn't get mad or anything about it. It was just a no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh yeah, he was always my protector in so many ways than one. It was incredible.
Yeah.
How much he cared about me, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's the thing. Like I don't know if it came from growing up as a bigger kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like he always knew that he had to take care of people.
Yes.
Like I think when he was younger, he had to have that talk where, hey, so you are bigger than your friends.
Yeah.
You need to be gentle with your friend. And I'm actually having this conversation at school with one of the kids right now too.
Okay.
You cannot push them, even if they push you, because you will hurt them.
Yeah.
And I think that he always took that to heart because he was always so gentle with everybody.
Everything.
Yeah.
100%. And like, if you just saw him walking,
Mm-hmm.
you would be like, holy, look at this dude.
Yep.
Right. And then as soon as you met him, you're just like, this is the gentlest, nicest person ever.
Yeah.
And one thing I really like to remember too was how much he went with the flow.
He was so chill.
Like
just easy going kid.
We'd be cruising in my van.
Yep.
And I'd put on a song, and if I started moving to it, he moved to it. If I started singing to it, he sang to it. And like just always with that kind of style. And he even wrote some verses and tried to rap and sing on my stuff. As bad as he was.
I was going to say, he wasn't known for his musical talents.
But he still did it.
Yeah.
Like most people, if they were like that, be like, I think it's because of
you, though, because like you make people feel like, just do it, man. It's fun. It doesn't matter if you suck. It doesn't matter.
Well, and I told them, I said, people are going to be so excited that you're on it. They won't even care if it's horrible.
Exactly.
And then I remember we played it and everybody was talking about him.
Yeah. It's like, forget about Jayme.
Yeah.
Jayme minor means
exactly.
nothing.
And then he would get the points.
Yeah.
He'd get more points than me.
Oh God, the point systems.
Yeah. Yeah, we have lots of little
5 times.
I'm like, oh yeah, 5 times. I forgot about that one. Oh, lots of goofy things. Well, I want to thank you again for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Sharing your feelings and your memories of your brother. And I know that the viewers are going to appreciate that. I was actually a little hesitant in asking you.
Were you?
Because I was just like, I don't know if I want to put you through that. I was just worried. I was like, if she doesn't want to do it, maybe she'll do it just because.
Yeah.
And then I messaged Britton, who's filming us right now. Wonderful man.
He's awesome.
And he wrote me and he said, Jayme, you should ask. You'd be surprised at how people would love to share memories of their loved ones. Mm-hmm. And that's what clicked. And I was like, I have to ask her.
I do like talking about Ryan.
Yeah.
My little brother.
Exactly.
Who is much bigger than me.
Much bigger. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Captain of My Ship will be released soon, where you can check it out and you'll be able to watch this podcast. And if people wanted to get in touch and get autographs from you, I'll just give them your direct line, right?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Send them my address.
Exactly.
Yes.
They can just stop
I'm sure
by
they'll
your
be
house.
flocking to my door.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Tara.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take my hand and see that when the water's high.